The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome to your match preview of Chelsea versus Slavia Prague in the second leg of the Europa League quarter-final. Obviously, Chelsea are 1-0 up after Willian and Marcos Alonso combined to score a goal, and some of Chelsea went apeshit for no reason. But obviously it's me and Scott doing the preview once again for this tie, and I'm quite excited. I'm so excited, I've got my melon.
Nice.
And I only eat my melon when I'm excited. Do you want to kick it off?
You're so weird. What do you want me to kick it off with? Talk about Liverpool?
I don't know.
I think we should, for those who couldn't hear. Those who don't have superhuman hearing.
I think we should, Scott.
There we go. Liverpool was just a little bit shit, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. To be fair, I think speaking to some other people about the result, who either are Chelsea fans or who, like, after the game, the general consensus was it's not that bad a result in terms of it wasn't unexpected. And I do agree on that regard, but I think that it's not, for me, I've said this in the past, where I don't really care about the performances as such. I care about the effort being put in.
And the result.
Even the results to a certain extent, like when they're against teams we're not expected to beat, or teams where, like Liverpool or United or City, or even to a lesser extent, like say Wolves away, for example. Like, I know we'd end up not going to play a game.
Stanley.
Obviously, we'd expect to beat them, but so I'd care about the result then. But in certain games, I really
That's
care.
not what you're supposed to say when you say Accrington Stanley.
I don't know what you meant to say when you say it.
Have you never seen that ad?
No.
It's one there's like a Dairy Milk ad, I think a few decades ago, where someone says, when some kid's like, I'm gonna go like so big and strong that I can play football for Accrington Stanley, and the other kid goes, Accrington Stanley, who are they? That's what you're supposed to say.
Oh.
Have you never seen that ad?
No.
Well, I'm gonna get it out while you keep talking. Go on, I'm getting something to show you.
Cool. Anyway, for me, it's more about the effort. I think the effort in the first half, for the most part, was okay. It was good, but that kind of is just it. Like, it can be good, but I don't just want good. I want, playing for the club. I want 110% performance. And I know the goals, the first goal could have been stopped, but the second goal you can't really say anything about. But it's just the whole performance was a little bit disappointing in that regard. But I thought first half we were good.
I thought we maintained Liverpool really well in the first half.
At least we didn't do an Arsenal's.
That's something, but they're kind of still above us in the league, so
I don't care.
I mean, look, for me, it's a case of we got the job done. That's literally all we can say. Like we got the job done in the first half.
I was going to say that's kind of how it is in the past few games.
Yeah.
Cardiff got the job done. Slavia Praha got the job done. Liverpool got the job done in the first half. It's like dire. It's gone. Just got the job done, really. But yeah, I mean, that's about it in terms of Liverpool. It's not it in terms of the Liverpool game, as you will see in a moment. But in terms of the performance on the pitch, that's about it. I mean, it was good to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek play well in the first half. In terms of
Van Dijk look average.
Yeah, he bullied Van Dijk off the ball. Nutmegged, I think it was Henderson with a little flick. It was very nice to see. He did something else. I can't remember. It was on Facebook. But apart from that, Hudson-Odoi didn't get in the game, but neither did really anyone else. So yeah, it's about it in terms of the performance on the pitch.
But what else do you want to touch on? Because I know you showed us before.
It's been talked about quite a lot, obviously, but the flair, and how do I condense my thoughts on this into something that isn't going to end up being a rant or end up being about half an hour long? I think the main thing is it's annoying that it wasn't picked up by the news outlets straight away. It took at least a day for that to happen. And funnily enough, or ironically enough, the first media outlet to pick it up was the Daily Mail. Okay. So I think if that's the case, if Daily Mail are picking up this quite big news story, then Sky and BBC need to kind of have a look at themselves in the mirror going, what are we doing? And I think the reaction by I'm not going to... It's not all. By some Liverpool fans, I think, is questionable, to put it politely.
I mean, we did touch on this with Chris as well, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Did we?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if it was brought up. No, it was the Fabinho thing was brought up. I don't know if the Flair thing was brought up. I couldn't remember if the Flair thing was brought up. I think the reaction from some Liverpool fans is poor.
Mm.
I think, number one, to say that throwing the Flair had no problems, I think is just stupid.
Well, health and safety for a start.
I think it might have been Chris or it was someone else said this about the Flair. When you light the Flair, you throw it. You don't hold on to it.
Mm.
It's the whole point. Like, therefore, if you're not going to hold on to it because it's going to cause you problems, why do you then throw it into somewhere you know it's going to cause problems? Unless you're a yob.
I've not heard that phrase for a while. A yob.
Also, number two, why does the person, and I'm not going to name names, obviously, because that's not fair. Why does the person who explained the story, who had it happen to them or their son, why would they lie? What do they gain by lying? That's what I really struggle to comprehend with these Liverpool fans. Oh, they lie. They where's the proof? Did you need to go with them in the ambulance? Is that what it was? You needed to travel in the ambulance with them, stay in the hospital with them, watch every detail of it. Is that what it is?
Well, it was the hospital. He had to go to the first aid room in Liverpool. He had a panic attack. He couldn't see out of his eyes.
No.
He was throwing up all the way back. It was literally just a nightmare for him. Like it was just something where. See, I wouldn't. For the parents, they kept their heads, which I was really I thought fair play. Because I wouldn't have kept my head. I'm disappointed by the fact that the outlets picked up, and I think the biggest thing you're getting at is if that was anybody else, or if that was Chelsea throwing a flare.
It's not even Chelsea. I mentioned this to you before. The thing, if that's any other club in England, that's the thing. If that's I don't know, Cardiff, Burnley, West Ham, Millwall, if you want to go down. If that's United, even City, any other team, they pick that up straight away. Because it's Liverpool, there's nothing for at least a day. I don't understand. I really don't. And that's I had to mention those teams because probably people say, "Oh, it's just Chelsea. It's just Chelsea. It's just because like you're full of whatever," and it's not.
Because you're bitter you lost or something, and it's like it's really past that.
We could have battered you 6-0. I'd still complain about it. It doesn't matter the result. At the end of the day, it's the same thing. Annoyingly, with everything else we've had in the past, it overshadows the game to a certain extent, and it's just stupid when you want to focus on stuff like the Salah goal, which was brilliant. Some of the play from both teams at times. You want to focus on the good things of football instead. That's kind of one of the main stories coming out of it, and it's just shit.
It is really wanky. It just doesn't feel. It's depressing because it's look. I think flares at football grounds are amazing. You look at how Palace do it. You look at how Liverpool have done it. Like whenever people say it's weird, like but when they line up down the streets when the opposition coach turns up for Champions League, I think that's awesome. You see some of the atmosphere that generates. You look at this, it happens in France, it happens in Germany. You know, it's a real pack mentality, and I think I love it. I think it's awesome. It looks amazing, but that's because it's managed properly.
Exactly. Yeah.
When it's not managed properly, that's when I'm sat there going, well, you know, it's stupid. You've got some idiot for getting a flare in, which is now you sit there and go, well, this is why they don't allow flares at football grounds, and it's just stupid stuff like that, which does my head in. But I mean, we'll move on. We'll get straight into the game. First, we'll touch on is Zola's press conference because Sarri didn't take it. Do you want to take us through that? Why didn't Sarri do the press conference?
No idea. I haven't got a clue. Right. He's confirmed that Rudiger will miss out the game, but that's not all that surprising. Well, that was all from that bit. Brilliant.
Basically, he said, well, Rudiger and Alonso are missing the game through injury, which probably means Alonso will play against Burnley. On top of that, you've got what else?
I think that's all that's on the Chelsea website or the Chelsea app.
What was his comments though?
He said that the injury isn't as bad as we first thought. It's not as worse, so that's good news. He'll be back sooner than we think, but that he will miss tomorrow's game against Prague. But that's it. And the only other injury concern, or the only other one that missed out training because of injury, was Marcus Alonso. He sat out. So that tends to suggest that Emerson will play tomorrow and Alonso will play against Burnley.
I don't think that's strictly a bad thing. I think tomorrow I just want to get that result over the line. I want us to get to progress to the next round.
And comfortable is more than anything.
I think so. I think
can't be on a 1-0 win of like the 80th or whatever.
I think we just need to get over the line, and then that's what we need to sort out. But other than that, look, the last game, it just wasn't. It wasn't convincing, and the problem is we just looked so lacklustre until Hazard, Loftus-Cheek and other players came on. For me, we need to rest our key players in this game. I know you're saying it needs to be a convincing win. Emerson is one of those key players at the minute. However, if Alonso's injured, that's it's collateral. That's going to happen. He's going to have to start. If he's starting, Dave shouldn't start. Loftus-Cheek shouldn't start.
Dave's going to start again. That's just annoying.
He won't. I don't think he will. I think he will still. I think he'll rest him.
We saw that in the away game when he played him. 90 minutes as well.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting. I think the big thing we have to touch on with this is that Gary Cahill has been taken off standby.
Wait.
Oh, no, on standby. Sorry, he's on standby. Do you know about that? Gary Cahill.
What?
Did you not? Did you not know that? Gary Cahill has been put on standby, apparently, to be part of the squad.
Oh please! I just want to see him play. Like just because of how shit he has had it this year. Just because of how absolutely dreadful he's had it. Just one game.
I mean, so some of the match facts from the BBC. The last time we played Slavia Prague was the first time with that first
the second time we played a team from Prague.
Exactly. Well, there's only 2 teams in Prague, isn't there? It's Slavia and Sparta.
Yeah, but it's only so we could have played them any other time, but it's only the second time we have played someone from Prague.
Okay. Slavia Prague are winless in their last 8 European meetings with English clubs since winning 2-1 at home against Leeds in March 2010 in the UEFA Cup.
2000, you mean?
2000. Sorry, 2000. Sorry, I was reading the 1 and the 0. That's my fault. 2000, because the UEFA Cup they went there in 2010, and it wasn't even the UEFA Cup 2010, was it?
No, I think
When did it become Europa League?
I don't know. It's been a while. But
Chelsea won 10 of their last 11 Europa League matches this season. No English side has ever won 11 major European games in a single season. I mean,
fair play.
I mean, can we really say it's a major game? Technically, but it's not. However, Slavia Prague have overturned a first set deficit on 4 of the 12 occasions that this has occurred in a major European competition. Although they have been eliminated on all 4 occasions, they've lost the first leg at home. So if they overturn it, they're winning the game.
Pretty much.
Willian has provided 7 Europa League assists for Chelsea this season, the joint most of the competition, along with Bartes, Igor
Stasovich.
What he said. Those are some of the facts. Anyway, can we touch on Willian?
If you want.
I am one who bangs on about major statistics.
Fair play. To be honest though, if I'm thinking about those, so the one for Marcus Alonso, the one for Giroud,
2 for 2 against Bartes.
Because did he assist Hudson-Odoi?
I think he did. Yeah.
Those goals. I think about 3 or 4.
Well, yeah, but he's got to be fair to get 7. I kind of sat there going.
I'm not that surprised, to be fair.
No, he's an elite.
Giroud, more so because Giroud's the top goal scorer, so you would assume that some of those assists have come for his goals.
Well, he is an elite European player technically.
Yeah.
So I kind of would be expecting him to be getting high up the board because he is a Chelsea player. He is a Champions League quality player. Yeah. No matter what people say, he possesses that ability.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a case of he's up there right now. He's going to be a big player. Giroud is expected to start, apparently.
Cool.
So that's another thing for us to talk about. So what we'll do now is we'll go straight into our predicted 11.
Cool.
We're just going to go into it because I think this is where the talking points are going to arise. Kepa will be in goal.
Mm-hmm.
Emerson will be at left back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Zappacosta. I'm just going on my gut here.
Cool. I agree with you, but tentatively.
I'm going to go...
With Christensen and Louise. Cahill will be on the bench. Cahill will be on the bench.
Oh, but I want Gary Cahill to start.
I wanted to start too, but I'm thinking with my head here, it will be Louise and Christensen.
Okay.
And then Cahill will be on the bench instead of Ampadu. Brilliant. Cool. Anyway.
Ampadu's not. He's not fit. He's out.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I think so. Yeah, Cahill will be on the bench. Your midfield 3, right?
I swear to God, if it's another Jorginho, Kovacic, Barkley, we have to suffer through however friggin' many minutes of that again.
I think it will be.
I can't be arsed. 2 of them offer nothing, and one of them only offers something when he's...
Passing sideways.
No. One of them offers nothing, one of them only offers something when he somehow finds himself in the box, and one of them offers something, but not really in an attacking sense all that much.
Yeah.
Kovacic offers nothing. Literally nothing. Because what he does for the team, you've got at least 2 other midfielders who could do that better than he can. So he offers nothing to the team. Jorginho does, but not really all that much in an attacking sense. But he keeps the ball very well, and his passing's good in some of that sense. But in an attacking sense, this season we haven't really seen what he offers all that much. And Barkley offers something when he's in the box, but that's more when he finds himself in the box, not when he actually gets into the box because he's using his brain. That's when he somehow, was it the Malmo goal? He somehow found himself in the box.
Yeah!
He had literally the worst touch I've ever seen, and it somehow worked. It somehow set him up for a goal. Fair play to the lad. But
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's going to be that midfield. And then
Christ.
front 3 of Willian, Pedro, and
Giroud. So, is it the exact same team?
I think it might be.
Apart from Zappacosta?
I think it might be. Hang on.
God. I need to go back one.
Yeah, I think it is.
God. It's... Oh no, Louise instead of Rudiger.
Yeah.
I went Emerson instead of Alonso. But the front 6 are exactly the same.
That's what I think it'll be anyway. Look, I don't think that's a bad team on paper,
not,
but it's not going to be something which is going to push you forward. I think, look, so for example, Jovic has literally just had his release clause activated by Eintracht Frankfurt
Has he?
from.
I know he said he wanted to stay.
Yeah, €7 million. That was.
Yeah, no, but he said he wanted to stay anyway. He's been saying he wants to stay and get them to the Champions League. That's not surprising. I know there's been talk of us signing Pepe, not the centre back, Nicholas, from Lille. And funnily enough, it must be coincidental, obviously, but they released a stat just after after they beat PSG 5-1 that he scored, I think it was 19 goals. The first player to score 19 goals in a season for Lille since one Eden Hazard. But yeah, there's a couple of others. Obviously, you got Icardi could be going for 43 million that.
Should we talk about what's going on around the leagues? Because there's literally not a lot to go on.
Yeah.
Europa League show.
When you say around leagues, I think there's league. Yesterday. So there's
Tuesday for those of you watching this.
Yeah, 3 big talking points, I think.
Fire them at me.
Number 1.
Yes.
David De Gea. I didn't see... Oh, I have seen it. Well done. Have you seen it?
Still the best keeper in the world.
Oh, he is, but... Interesting.
Still not Spain's number 1, though. It's Kepa, in it. So.
Second, Messi. That's what he can do. Just turns up whenever he goes like it.
Okay, and that kind of links...
Also,
I'm going to guess what point 3 is. I'm going to guess and talk about how it kind of links quite nicely. Messi versus Ronaldo.
Oh, no, it wasn't that.
No, but...
it
it kind of links, but
Messi... It's a bigger picture for the
yeah,
third point.
So Messi turns up whenever he wants. Ronaldo for Juventus against Ajax. Can we just... Ajax. Just... I went online this morning and I bought the away shirt. I saw Goldberg wearing it a few months back and I was like, oh, I'd quite like to get one of those, thinking about it. Completely forgot about it. Then I saw it again when I watched the highlights and I was like, yeah, I'm buying that shirt. So I bought the Ajax away shirt. It's really fucking nice. And it's getting a bit tight.
But yeah, I think the kind of biggest talking point of this was Ajax. I think... I will happily admit I wrote them off. I did not think they'd get past. I thought it'd be another
I didn't
Ronaldo. Oh, out of the group?
I didn't think out of their group.
Who was in their group?
Ajax, Champions League group.
But I'm just talking in the game yesterday. I thought, Ronaldo would turn up. It would just be a masterclass from him. It could be easy, about 3-0. Benfica.
Bayern,
and they
Benfica,
beat Bayern, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, they did? Yeah, they did.
It was Bayern, Ajax, Benfica and AEK. I thought they'd finished third.
And then they beat Bayern in the first game, I think. Or drew with them. Oh, yeah, they drew, sorry, because there were no losses. But yeah, the fair play. I tell you what, Southampton must be kicking themselves getting rid of Dusan Tadic.
When Dusan Tadic first came to the Premier League, I really liked him. I've always liked Tadic, and I rated him so high. For me, I want to talk about the jewel in the crown, though.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Matthias de Ligt. I'm sorry. If Eden Hazard is going and we do not get a transfer ban, I would quite happily release Luiz and just use that Hazard money and go all in. I know. I just go for a whole rebuild, but to be honest, I'm saying you bring him in and you build around him over a couple of windows. Like you'd have De Ligt and Hudson-Odoi. You'd have two players you could kind of start to build around. In the spine, in the central midfield, you got Mason Mount, Reece James. People are talking about Fikayo Tomori, but I'm sorry, if he's available in Matthias de Ligt, and I know what you're going to say about Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus. I get that, but I don't. I just go for it because at the end of the day, we could if Barcelona are going to offer 80 million, but we offer 90, I actually accept it from us.
I'd imagine they accept it from both clubs.
And then he chooses. And then
I was going to say,
fucked, yeah.
as people bang on about it so much, and I unfortunately have to use it here, but there does come down to one certain thing when you do mention Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and then you say you put Chelsea in there.
If you say history, I'm going to slap you. I told you I was going to slap you.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, just take you because there's Bayern and Juve. Just take them out of it because I know there's other ways they could go around. But Barcelona, he's their number one target as of right now. You've got a choice.
But I mean,
take prejudice out of it. Barcelona or Chelsea.
Oh yeah,
and you'll be first choice at Barcelona, pretty much. I'd say you're on par with PK in terms of choice. You're having 80 million to spend on.
They're looking to get offload on Titi.
Yes, who they've been partnering PK with.
To be honest, I mean, if you didn't get Matthias de Ligt, I'd look at Titi and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. Hold on, would they get rid of him, or would they just get rid of the person who's third in the pecking order?
No, because Longley is about 20. I want an easy low 20s, I think. Whereas Titi, I think, is closer to.
What
30.
about like Vermaelen or like?
Oh yeah, Vermaelen never plays. Vermaelen's there to fill the squad out.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, wouldn't they want to just improve their entire squad? I'm looking at this it was very wishful thinking. That's my issue.
But as I mentioned to you off camera as well, if they want to get more money in, all they have to do, because Coutinho, yes, he scored yesterday, but he's not high up their pecking order, so to speak. Coutinho, 100 million, gone, there you go, that's 100 million they've got. Even Malcolm, there you go, that's what, 30, 40 million to, I don't know, an Everton or even to a Roma or something, or elsewhere. There you go, that's that gone, another 30 million. Even, who else? I mean, you just look in midfield, Busquets getting on a bit, maybe sell him because they've got Frankie de Jong now, right, there you go, that's another, 30, 40 million, there we go. And unfortunately, the price of their players that they could sell massively, for the most part, massively overshadows ours. Bar one.
If you couldn't get De Ligt, who would you go for? I know who.
What, centre back?
No.
Or just in general?
In general, from Ajax.
Oh, from Ajax, Donny van der Beek.
Really?
Yes.
I'd go for
as a creative midfield player, or Tadic, but for me, he works better as a centre forward rather than as a centre mid.
What about that? We got that Ziyech guy.
No.
Or
Neres. Forgot about Neres. Absolutely David Neres. When you're being called up to replace Neymar in the squad, in the Brazilian squad, you must have something about you.
Unreal.
And he's 22.
Unreal. Like I'm just like.
It's just that team.
Yeah.
Like.
What's the next golden generation?
It's incredible.
But it's the thing where this Ajax team 3 years ago, got. Oh, was it? No, it was 3 years ago. It was my first year at uni. So I was in the pub watching it. It got torn apart by that Man United side in Mourinho's first season. Now, they are
not Real Madrid out, not Juve out. It's incredible. It's.
And what did I ask you the other day?
What?
Ten Hag.
I still wouldn't take him.
You still wouldn't? Oh no! If the option was there for a building process,
only because
I'd take
that's
it.
such a perfect machine there. I don't know if you could take him out and it still work. It would be brilliant, but that's my only worry. Is I don't know whether
you need to turn it into a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And for me, it's a similar problem. I see him having a similar problem to like Sarri and a similar problem to Lampard
Well,
in terms of.
To be fair,
just in terms of for the eyes of most fans, he's never won anything. It's his first full season at a big club. That's my only worry.
Ajax fans did say, I read an article. He's in a very similar position to Sarri, where he came into Ajax and they were like, he's not an Ajax man, he doesn't fit, all this stuff, and he's been given time. So this is where I'm saying, I'd take him, this is where I counter it, and I kind of sit here and say, Sarri, given the right tools, I think could do a fantastic job. But I don't think right now the tools are there, and the issue is I'm not sure if he's going to get those tools. Yeah. So I think it for something to work, it might just take a case of someone having to go out the door, someone fresh to come in. And obviously I'm not a fan of this revolving door policy. I'm not sitting there saying sack him, because I know a lot of people in the comments saying...
if you look at the reports, he might end up leaving anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's kind of a case of people are saying Louis Sarri out. I'm not Sarri out. I'm not. And I've said this on multiple occasions. I lean more towards it, but I'm sat on the fence. Because I'm trying to sit there going, well, it's his first season, he's done an alright job with what he has. Well, let's see if he can develop it. And then if he doesn't develop, that's when I'm going to go, okay, well, thank you very much. We move on. Yeah. But it's kind of a case of like this Ten Hag guy. If we get a transfer ban, if you look at how he's worked with youth...
Ajax always had that policy though. Yeah, I would argue their academy is the best in the world.
I'd say...
Or maybe second.
What do you mean in terms of nurturing the players and then bringing them through?
In terms of overall.
Yeah, because I'd say on paper Chelsea have the best academy on the planet, but we just don't bring the players through. Yes.
Are you talking?
I'd say genuinely in terms of how it's processed, how the academy's worked, examples of players that come out of it, not to Chelsea, but players that have played there and done well.
Better than Barcelona's La Masia.
Right now, yeah. Right now, I'd say Chelsea, Barca, Ajax. They're clubs where you look at them. The thing is, you get nurtured well as a player at Chelsea. You get developed well. Chelsea have this issue and this disconnect between the adult squad and the main squad and the youth system, which transfer ban, blessing in disguise. Maybe you might see that connect happen. But the issue is, what I'm saying about Ten Hag is, if he was to come in, yes, he's a similar position to Sarri, but at the same time, if he came in with a transfer ban and you'd say, look, you're going to have to use this youth policy and we want to see you develop it. Look, I'm not saying he's going to come in.
No.
I think if I was in his position, she would have said, we've got a transfer ban, do you want to come be our manager? You can't bring anyone in. I'd be going, no.
That's my main thing. Like whether we should sack Sarri or not is not dependent on anything other than the transfer ban. Mm-hmm. If we have that transfer ban, we can't sack Sarri. Because no sane man, unless they're just looking for a paycheck, no sane man is coming to manage Chelsea with a transfer ban. You can't bring your own players in. You've got to use what we've got, minus probably Eden Hazard. Yeah, fair enough, you might have some youth players in that, but you're trying to replace, arguably, the best player in the Premier League this season. It's a tough task. You've genuinely got to be a bit mad to accept that. Or looking for a paycheck, like getting on in your career. Oh, for Christ.
It'll be interesting. Champions League is on as we're recording.
Sake!
Jesus. Tottenham might actually win the Champions League this year. Oh dear. If
that happens to Liverpool win the league, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm staying off Twitter forever.
My mentions are going to explode. I don't like it. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Listen, for the people that watch the Champions League that's currently going on, it's Manchester City, Tottenham 7th minute, and Porto and Liverpool are playing each other, but it doesn't really matter because Liverpool are through anyway. But oh my god,
I'm going to kill myself. See you. Can we end it here? Because I'm going to jump above me. I can't be arsed.
So Spurs gone 2-1 up at Manchester City.
Be arsed.
Guys, take care, subscribe, have fun. We're gonna go
I'm gonna cry.
die and cry. Make sure you vote for us in the FBAs. See you later. Ta-ra.